If you think travel is only for the young, the wealthy, or the digital nomads, think again. Many seniors over 60 like me say no. It's easy to believe globetrotting has passed us by or requires a fortune. But this is a myth. The golden age of exploration is for us too. We don't need a fancy remote job or a secret inheritance, but I've discovered the immense joy of travel. I've explored the world, visited ancient cities, tasted street food, and met kind people. Comfortably, safely, and affordably. Adventure has no age limit. Let me show you how you can too. First, let's tackle the belief that meaningful travel has to be expensive. When people hear how often I travel, they usually jump to one of three conclusions: that I'm rich, that I'm retired with tons of free time, or that I've got some secret travel hack no one else knows about. The truth? I don't have any of that, like most seasoned travelers. I live on a budget, just like most people. I still work, so I don't have unlimited vacation days or secret trust funds. What I do have is a strategy. Let's dive in. The number one secret to affordable travel isn't a promo code, it's flexibility. Flexible dates equal bigger savings. Those who travel often on a budget aren't locked into exact dates or destinations. Instead of asking, "Where do I want to go in July?" they ask, "Where is cheapest in July?" Or even better, "When is the cheapest time to go anywhere?" Embrace the open calendar. This flexibility doesn't just save you money, it enriches your experience. Midweek flights, especially on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, can be significantly cheaper than weekends. Just shifting a flight by a single day can save $60 to $100. Tools like Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Jack's Flight Club make this easier than ever. Search anywhere and select cheapest month to uncover destinations you may not have even considered. Budget travel doesn't mean giving up amazing experiences, it just means being open to letting the deals lead the way. Stay flexible, stay curious, and let the price guide the adventure. Next, we'll tackle how to lighten your load and your expenses. Alright, let's talk about baggage. For years, I've preached the gospel of packing light, and for good reason. Hauling a heavy suitcase through a charming cobblestoned European village is no fun for anyone at any age. But today, packing light is more than just a convenience, it's a major cost-saving strategy. Airlines have turned checked baggage into a significant revenue stream, with fees that can add up quickly, especially if you have multiple flights. That $50 fee each way on a round-trip flight is $100 you could be spending on a wonderful dinner, a museum pass, or a train ticket to your next destination. The solution is to master the art of the carry-on. I promise you, it's possible to pack everything you need for a 2-week trip, or even longer, into a single regulation-size carry-on bag. The key is to choose versatile, multi-purpose clothing. Think in terms of layers. A few well-chosen shirts, a sweater or fleece, and a lightweight waterproof jacket can prepare you for a wide range of climates. Choose a simple color palette, say blues, grays, and blacks, so that every item of clothing matches every other item. This maximizes your outfit combinations without maximizing your luggage space. You'll be amazed at how liberating it is. Think of your carry-on as your mobile home base. It stays with you, so there's no risk of the airline losing it and no time wasted hovering around the baggage carousel, anxiously waiting for your bag to appear. You can deplane and be on your way to your hotel or your first adventure in minutes. This mobility is priceless. It allows you to navigate train stations with ease, hop on and off city buses without a struggle, and manage the walk-up apartments that often offer the best value. Packing light gives you freedom, agility, and keeps your travel budget focused on experiences, not fees. So I challenge you, on your next trip, go carry-on only. Please share your experiences in the comments section, do a trial run at home, lay out everything you think you need, and then cut it in half. Be ruthless. Ask yourself, will I really use this, or am I packing just in case? Remember, you can always do a load of laundry on the road. It's a great way to experience a slice of local life. By packing light, you're not just saving money on baggage fees, you're investing in a smoother, more flexible, and more enjoyable travel experience. It's one of the smartest habits a traveler can adopt. Before you pack, always check your airline size limits to avoid surprises. Good news, I've created a handy cheat sheet with carry-on sizes for over 100 airlines, including direct links for the latest updates. Grab your list, link in the description, and travel smart. Secret number 3, choose smart accommodations. When we're planning a trip, it's easy to get mesmerized by glossy photos of luxurious 5-star hotels. But I'm here to tell you that the best place to stay is rarely the fanciest. The most important factors for your accommodation are location, cleanliness, and value. A smart traveler knows that their hotel room is primarily a place to sleep and recharge before the next day's adventures. You're in Paris to see Paris, not the inside of a generic, overpriced hotel room. The real luxury is being in the heart of the action, where you can step out your door and be immersed in the life of the city. Instead of a big, international chain hotel on the outskirts, consider a small, family-run guest house or a simple, clean apartment rental in a central, vibrant neighborhood. These places often have more character, and the owners can be a wonderful source of local insider tips. You want to be able to walk to the main sites, have a choice of local cafes for your morning coffee, and feel the pulse of the neighborhood around you. Staying centrally saves you a tremendous amount of time and money on transportation, and it enriches your experience immeasurably. Think of your lodging budget in terms of return on experience. Will spending an extra $100 a night for a fancier lobby or a mint on your pillow really enhance your trip as much as that same $100 spent on a guided tour, a cooking class, or a train journey through the Alps? I'd argue it won't. Prioritize a place that is clean, safe, and well located. Read recent reviews carefully on booking websites to get a real sense of the place. And when reading reviews, focus on the essentials. Look for recent feedback on cleanliness, service, and safety. A simple and clean room in a fantastic location is always a better choice than a luxurious room in a poor one. If a hotel or guest house is clean, well-reviewed, and near the action, even if it's not Instagram-worthy, it's a win. By choosing value-driven accommodations, you're freeing up funds for the things that truly create lasting memories. You're choosing experiences over amenities. So, on your next trip, resist the allure of the fancy hotel. Smart accommodations don't have to be expensive, they just have to work for you. Next secret, save on the small stuff. Let's talk about food and getting around. Big savings start with small decisions. In budget travel, it's not just about cheap flights or hotel deals, it's the little things that really add up. Venture off the main square and find where the locals eat. Skip the overpriced tourist restaurants. A local meal like a delicious gyros can cost as little as $5 and often taste better than a $30 sit-down dinner. Public transportation is your ticket to seeing the city as it really is. It's about perspective. Buy a multi-day transit pass and get ready to explore with the heart of a local. Avoid expensive airport express trains unless they're your only option. Look into local buses, regional trains, or the local metro. It may take a few extra minutes, but it saves serious cash. And don't forget your wallet might already have some hidden perks. Some banks and credit cards offer travel packs with lounge access, insurance, or discounts on foreign fees. Also, be mindful of exchange fees. Those hidden charges can quietly drain your travel funds. A smart option? Use Wise for spending abroad. It offers low conversion fees and real exchange rates, perfect for international trips. Link in the description. Small savings like these on food, transport, and fees can quickly add up to an extra night in your hotel, a museum pass, or even your next flight. Spend smart. Keep more for what matters, the experience. What's your favorite travel money saving tip? We'd love to hear your hacks. Drop them below. For many of us, travel is seen as a grand, once-a-year event. A big, expensive splurge that we save up for and meticulously plan for months or even years. But I want to challenge that notion. What if we treated travel not as a rare indulgence, but as a regular, essential part of our lives? Like a gym membership for the soul. By shifting our mindset, we can transform travel from a major financial hurdle into a sustainable and enriching habit. It's about prioritizing experiences over possessions. It's about recognizing that the value of seeing a new corner of the world far outweighs the fleeting joy of a new purchase. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. Instead of one massive 2-week vacation, perhaps you plan 2 or 3 shorter, more focused trips throughout the year. A long weekend to explore a nearby city you've always been curious about. A 5-day trip to a national park in the off-season. This approach also makes travel more manageable, both financially and logistically. Consider how this philosophy can change the way you approach gift giving, both for yourself and for others. For birthdays or anniversaries, instead of another sweater or piece of jewelry, why not gift an experience? Contribute to a travel fund for your grandchildren. Plan a weekend getaway with your partner. These are gifts that create shared memories, stories that will be told and retold for years to come. You're investing in relationships and a lifetime of learning. When you value time and memories over things, travel becomes not just possible, but essential. Would you rather get a gift box or a trip? Tell me below. Going on a budget-friendly trip is about being intentional. It's about sitting down with your budget and consciously allocating funds to a dedicated travel account, no matter how small the contribution. It's about choosing to spend a Saturday researching a potential destination instead of wandering through a shopping mall. This consistent, deliberate effort makes your travel dreams feel more attainable and less like a distant fantasy. It turns someday into soon, but I have one more secret I want to share. In our quest for affordable travel, it's easy to get fixated on finding that one huge, game-changing deal. And while those are wonderful when they happen, the real secret to sustainable, budget-friendly travel lies in a different approach. It's the art of stacking the small wins. Think of it like building a beautiful stone wall. Each small, carefully placed stone might seem insignificant on its own, but together they create something strong and substantial. Your travel budget works the same way. Every dollar saved on a baggage fee, every euro saved by choosing a picnic lunch or street food adds up. You save $25 by packing in a carry-on. You save $15 a day by skipping the hotel breakfast and finding a local bakery instead. You save another $10 by refilling your own water bottle instead of buying plastic ones. Over a 10-day trip, those small choices alone have saved you nearly $200. That's not a trivial amount. That could be the cost of a train ticket to another city, a wonderful dinner at a special restaurant, or a guided tour of a historic site you were dying to see. It's about being mindful of the small everyday choices. This principle of stacking small wins extends beyond just saving money. It cultivates a mindset of resourcefulness and savvy travel. It's a fun game to play with yourself. How can I experience this city to the fullest while spending smartly? Maybe it means visiting a world-class museum on its free admission day, or taking advantage of senior discounts on public transport and at attractions, something that's widely available throughout Europe if you just ask. Each time you find one of these little travel hacks, it's a small victory, a little win that makes you a more confident and capable traveler. Ultimately, this approach is empowering. You realize that you don't need to win the lottery to see the world. You just need to be smart, be flexible, and appreciate the cumulative power of small, wise decisions. And when you look back at your trip, you'll not only have the wonderful memories of the places you saw, but also a quiet pride in knowing you made it happen through your smart travel hacks. Friends, don't wait for the perfect time to travel. Traveling after 60 isn't about having a massive bank account. It's about having the right mindset. It's about understanding that the world is more accessible and affordable than you might think. It's about being smart, being flexible, and being open to the joy of discovery. From packing light to eating like a local, every small choice you make is a step toward a grander adventure. These are the tools. Remember that travel is an investment in yourself, in your health, your happiness, and your discovery of this beautiful, complex world we all share. Please let me know in the comments, where's your dream destination? We love hearing from you. Embrace the freedom of this chapter of your life. The kids are grown, the career is winding down, and a world of experience is waiting. If you find this video useful, please subscribe for more travel hacks for seniors. Like if you're ready to take the leap. Thank you for watching us to the end. Wherever your travels may take you, I hope you make them meaningful and memorable. Until next time, travel smart, earn more, and live free.